Hi, my name is Jenny and welcome to my channel, JK Star 88 Reader. Today I'm doing my TBR for the month of March. It is International Women's Day on March 8th. Every year I try to celebrate it, usually by going to art events and concerts put on by women. For this year, it'll be a bit different. I will be spending it at home, and I will celebrate by reading books by women all month long. And so, I'll start by telling you the books that I have with me. I have 8 books in total. The first is The Sun is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. This is about a romance that develops between two characters. One is Jamaican and the other is Korean. It also happens to be that one of the characters faces deportation to Jamaica. It is a YA novel. I have wanted to read this novel for many years now, and so finally I think March is the time to do it. I had listened to Nicola Yoon's previous book, Everything, on audiobook, and found it to be quite interesting, and found the characters to be endearing. So hopefully this will be a great read as well. The next book I would like to read in March is The Flying Trausman by Miriam Tayze. After seeing Miriam Tayze gain a following outside of Canada these last few years, I was wondering when I would get around to reading her books. I finally decided March is the time to do it, and so I'm picking The Flying Trausman, which is her work from 2008. The book follows the life of Haiti, who gets dumped by her boyfriend in Paris and returns home to look after her sister's children, Logan and Thieves. After that, I hope to get to A Fatal Grace by Louise Penny, which is the second book in the Chief Inspector Amon Gomas series. It is a well-known series by Canadian author Louise Penny. Believe me when I say that this book was on my list before the news came out that Louise Penny is writing a political thriller with Hillary Clinton. In fact, I have it as part of my TBR for March Mystery Madness, which is a readathon to celebrate the reading of mysteries. If you want to see a separate video on that TBR, let me know. Next, I would like to read The Great Believers by Rebecca Makai, which is about the HIV/AIDS crisis in the 1980s. The book is set in Chicago and Paris. Yale Trausman is an art dealer who has secured the collection of paintings for the art gallery he works at. As his career is taking off, life becomes frightening with the AIDS crisis affecting many of the people around him. His friends are dying, eventually impacting him more closely. 30 years later, the sister of Yale's friend, Fiona, is tracking down her daughter in Chicago. So the next book I would like to read in March is Love After Love by Ingrid Prasad. This is the other book that won the Costa Award in 2020, and I look forward to reading this. This is a book that I received recently in the mail, and so I'll just read the little bit that it has in the inside flap, as I don't really know too much about the book. So it says, irrepressible Betty Ramdon, her shy son Solo, and their marvelous lodger, Mr. Chitan, form an unconventional household. Happy in their differences, they build a home together. Home, the place keeping these three safe from an increasingly dangerous world, until the night when a glass of rum, a heart-to-heart, and a terrible truth explodes the family unit, driving them apart. So it'll be an interesting and intriguing look at family dynamics by 3 different people in the household. So I look forward to reading this book. So number 7 on my list is Cherishing the Goddess by Lucy Eden, a romance book by an independently published author. It is about a billionaire CEO who has spent 100-hour work weeks at the office. One day he finds himself restless and burnt out and books a trip to Barbados where he meets a mesmerizing beauty. And that's pretty much all I know about the book. I got the information just from looking at the back of the book. So hopefully this will be a new favorite of mine, as I don't often read romance that often. Finally, number 8 on my list is The Joy Luck Club by Amy Tan. So I am actually part of a book club in my neighborhood, and after one of our last meetings on Zoom, I chatted with one of the other members through email. I learned that she is also a fan of Amy Tan. I read Amy Tan's books years ago, although I don't exactly remember the story that well. I remember images from the movie. And so I think March, with it International Women's Day, it'd be a great time to start rereading the books that I enjoyed when I was young, starting with Amy Tan's The Joy Luck Club. Okay, that is it for me for this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon.